Hi, I'm Lori Allred. Welcome to Inspired by Pinterest, where I browse around Pinterest looking for amazing crafting ideas from all over the world and bring them to life each week here on an episode here on my craft channel. Today we're going to be talking about puff paints. How many of you remember doing puff paints years and years ago? And I was way into it when my kids were babies. The appliques where you do them on the t-shirt and you'd outline them in puff paints, they were all the rage. And then you'd, like if it was a flower, you'd outline the flower. Well, those, as far as I know, have gone away, and I still think puff paints are a really fun craft medium we can use today. I still find I pull them out for odd projects here and there, but now that it's summer and you have your kids home and you're probably thinking, what the heck am I going to do with them? I thought it'd be fun to show you some really hip, cool pins I found for moms, and then I'm going to show you a couple ideas to do with your kids. So I've always been a huge fan of Tulip brand puff paints. They're from our friends over at I Love to Create, and you can do so many things, and I love that they come in such a variety of colors, and they're not very expensive. So let's start by going to my pin board. It's just titled Puff Paint Projects. Clever, I know. The first pin I want to talk about is actually from the I Love to Create blog.com by Alyssa Burke, and she's an amazing designer, and she did these Moroccan looking pumpkins. Totally cool. I don't know if I'd get that into the puff paints. I might try something a little less detailed, just simply for the sake of time and patience. And remember, I'm an impatient crafter. The next pin I absolutely loved. I cannot wait to try this one. It's kind of a faux stitched pillow. It looks like they did it French knots, but instead they just used a white puff paint. It's on the betterhomesandgardens.com website, and as always, you can go to my blog, allreddesign.net, and I link to any of the pins mentioned in each episode every week. So I'll have the pin to that, and I just loved how they outlined a stencil or an image with the puff paint and then just made it look like French knots. The next one, of course, is more applicable. I used to do this all the time for my kids, was make their gripper socks, where we just take some inexpensive socks and have fun doing designs on the bottom. I never thought to let my kids actually create them, and on IamMamaHearMeRoar.com, she does some really fun designs her kids helped her do on their own socks. Such a fun idea. Then, of course, the last few ideas. The first one is so cool. They did a doily out of puff paints. Go figure, by simply laying plastic or wax paper over top of a design and then tracing it, and then you could use it as a detailed item on, say, your parties that you throw. The next two are ones I'm going to actually show you. The first one is from club.chicacircle.com. They're friendship bracelets made out of puff paints. And the second one, actually, I'm going to show you three images here, is from a site called prettylittlethings.typepad.com, and they are bottle cap stamps. Not only are they so cute, I show you an image of them stamped, and then she actually wrapped them up with cute paper and put them in a little tube as a gift set. Super cute. I think it's a clever idea, maybe fun for a girls' party. So let's show you some of these ideas and how fun they are to do with your kids. The first one is the friendship bracelets. Now, I'll link to this cute template that they have online, and actually, see, they're just these cool friendship bracelets. I'm actually wearing one. My daughter made these and said it was a blast doing them. She's a little old, but I'm sure you could do this all the way down to, 8 or 9-year-olds would have a lot of fun. So you're simply going to want to take, and I did this one last night just for the heck of it. So there's a stencil, this pattern online that I just put in a sheet protector so that I could sit here and play. You're going to just take some DMC floss, about 12 inches, tie knots in both ends. Take your washi tape to adhere it down, and we actually put 4 down at once, and that's when she made these bracelets, and just let them dry overnight. Your kids are going to be tempted to touch them, but don't let them touch them until the next day. So you're going to just simply take your choice of color and make sure you coat that box. Now be careful when you're first starting these. Make sure you actually coat that string really well. The string will separate if it doesn't get the paint over top of it. This one's clogged. You'll want to keep a pin handy for unclogging purposes. Maybe supervise your kids a little. Just make sure it's pretty thick. Pretty thick by maybe 1/8 of an inch. And you can keep blending colors and having a lot of fun with this. We sure had a lot of fun, my daughter and I, playing with it. She loves it when I come up with projects I need her to help me make. And you'll just want toothpicks. Toothpicks were a handy tool to have. And she made some of her fun designs by dragging the colors into each other. And you can have a lot of fun just mixing it up and doing that. Let it dry overnight. And then this one, of course, looks like a mom did it, but I saw a cute frosted cookie like this, and I thought, how fun will this be? It peels right off that plastic so that you have that cute design. See, I did hearts, and I wanted it to look like it had a little scalloped edge around it, and then just tie it around your wrist like that. How fun is that? I thought that was a super fun idea. And what I did is I made sure I had like my cutting board underneath it or a clipboard so that they could move it from place to place without messing up the design. And then the next idea, of course, is just these bottle cap stamps. Now my daughter and I created some fun images on these with the puff paint. We let them dry overnight. Just pull out your stamps and let your kids go to town. We had a lot of fun with this, and I thought, what a clever idea to use up all your... Oh, that one didn't work. So trial and error is key, and of course I'm stamping on a hard surface. You'll want something with a little bit of cushion, like a magazine. Pull a magazine out and let your kids have fun with that. And just stamp and make some fun cards. That one worked. And you'll try it out. These are just old prescription bottles that I had laying around that we just figured, why not? We didn't have any use for the lids. That one turned out cute. So super easy, super fun, a great way to use up things you may already have around your house. Hopefully I've inspired you to look at puff paints a little different, so mom can do a project, kids can do a project, and you can have fun this summer. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.